What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. I thought I would make a quick video on how I leveled my season pass to a level 100. I did it in just over a couple of play sessions over 2 days. It didn't really take me too long, maybe 6 or 7 hours of pretty casual play, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because not everybody can sweat it out with a Regulus and headhunt the thing to level 100 in a few hours. But there's some really easy ways that you can kind of sit on your couch with your controller and just absolutely chill and still get to the end of that season track really quickly. Don't forget to hit this up with a like. I really would appreciate it. If we can hit 300 likes on this video, that would be amazing. So like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Right, okay, so leveling the season track. There is absolutely zero advantage to leveling this thing as quickly as possible. If you buy the premium track at the bottom, you get some extra cosmetics and a few extra costumes and stuff and things like that. But there's no real reason to race to the end, not this season anyway. The mosquitoes not that great, and the rugged are not that great, but have some very specific uses. So no way to really rush this, but I do kind of try and rush it, being a content creator. Obviously, I think that's, I want to create the content on the newest and latest gear as quickly as possible, so I think it kind of makes sense. So what I do to do this is I don't even sweat it out on the hardest difficulty. You can do if you really want to, but I tend to run with challenging, global directives, fog of war, fragile armor. We're going to put pistolero on. We're not going to bother with scavenge skills, but you can do if you want to. We're going to put special ammo on as well, but I'll tell you why we're not going to bother with scavenge skills in just a minute. So we're going to go that. We're going to confirm these settings up. I'm going to wait just 8 seconds or so now for it to reload us back into the game. And I'll show you exactly the kind of rotation I go in, the area that I go in, and how I actually play the game. Because this really, you kind of sit back and just let everything die. It's not a skill build. You could do that with a skill build as well, actually. But I prefer to be a little bit more shooty with these builds. Now, it is using the Pestilence. Be warned, I'm pretty sure the Pestilence isn't working as intended. I think the enemies tend to have the brand new resist into the talent, so at the moment they put a resistance in PvP. I feel like the enemies, especially the high-end enemies as well, have this resistance built in, so obviously just keep an eye on that. The build isn't really affected anyway. It still does a job absolutely superbly, so it's only going to get better if that is the actual case. So we're going to press M, we're going to look on the map, and this is the area we're going to go to just down here. If you teleport in at Tidal Basin, there is a bunch of events all kind of around here. There's usually a few more that hopefully will pop up when we get going. But they tend to be public executions, which are definitely the easiest and definitely the most XP that you're going to get very quickly. Now, we could scam the bullets for this build in the shooting range if you want to do that. But I'll kind of show you why we didn't take cool skills if you don't want to be a little bit scammy. So we're going to... So at the moment you can see we've got no ammo whatsoever because we're running pistolero. So we're going to run in here. Nice and easy, and there tends to always be an event here as well. We're going to throw this out. Switch over to the Pestilence. And I say when they die, we should be able to prop bullets into our Pestilence, but I didn't switch quick enough, I don't think. So we've got special bullets in here, but we're going to get rid of the doggo. Obviously the dogs that are the biggest pain with the pistol. Oh, there's a guy there. Get the status effect on him. Come down, bro. Oh, he didn't get the status effect. I think the other side of the guys will come out. Build's great, by the way, guys. Alright, here we go.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Alright, so we didn't get anything yet. We got some bullets on the floor here though. Beautiful. And this now starts our rotation. Now we've got our bullets from the using Pistolero. We will never ever run out of bullets. And what's really, really good is all you have to do is get a quick tag on them. And they'll just kind of bleed out and they'll just die. And you don't really have to do anything else. You can kind of chill. It's very easy to use controller wise. You know, the side effects of everything just kind of spread. I know there's a healing box out here helping them, but it really doesn't matter. This is why I said you can also do it on, you know, harder difficulty if you really want to. And that's just it. And we always keep these bullets now because every time we get a kill, the mag will always just reset itself out. It's just difficult at the beginning to get your bullets, but you can cheese it in the range at the beginning if you really want to. And that's it. As you can see there, boom. Got a lot of XP for that, 375k. And if we go back to the map, you see here now we've got another one here, another one here, another one, and then some more will usually show up around here as well. You get a bit of a circle that you can just kind of do, and when you've kind of cleared it out, or the events look particularly nasty, or they've not appeared, just teleport to New York and then teleport back, and you'll be absolutely fine. Now, just before I show you the build, and if you've not already fast forwarded already, what we'll do is we'll just very quickly do this propaganda broadcast. I know we spent quite a lot of time at the beginning trying to get bullets into the gun, and it doesn't really show off how well the build works, because you will never run out of bullets now, ever, at all. Like, there's just no reason for you to at all. For your first skill, you can see I've got the heal on there. I very rarely use it. You could literally use whatever you want in that first one. I think it's just obvious. You can put a, you know, you can't have a double hive, unfortunately, but now we don't need the other hive anymore. You could quite easily also put on a reviver hive. So I'm just kind of running here. So just quick tag there, shows where the other guys are. Quick tag there. So then, because the plague spreads as well, it makes it really easy for us to see where the bad guys are. You could run a pulse if you wanted to as well. It just makes for a really, really easy farming experience. And what's crazy is, this is a rainbow build. This is an absolute rainbow build. Which is what's absolutely nutty. Everyone hates rainbows, but this is a rainbow that I absolutely love. Because they can be really far at distance, and you just kind of, you know, get your shots in, go back into cover, and just do not worry about anything. He says. Again, tap him in the head, no problem. We can use our heals. They're not that strong, but they, you know, while we're not in combat, it saves the med kit. The build's open to plenty of interpretation to run it exactly how you like it. So if you do die, I mean, it's not really the end of the world. Kind of wait to where they come and then just very quickly get some sprays in there. And with you playing solo, the reds just die really. Look, I could do it from cover if I really wanted to. Like, it's just incredibly easy to just run around and get a lot of XP very, very quickly. And super, super cash, you know, super, super casual. So I'm not saying this is the best build that's going to get you there to the max of your season pass, but if you want an easy ride where you can sit, couch surf, bed surf, whatever it is that you want to do, you ultimately can do that with this build really, really easy. And it's where I keep it in my loadout. Right, so let's take a look at the build. So this is the build. Super rainbow, like I absolutely promised. But just make sure you've got LMG damage spec in with your grenade launcher specialization. And then we'll just show that actually, because there's a bit more to that than just saying, oh, run the grenade launcher. So we're going to go into Demolitionist. So we're not so bothered about the armor kit boost. We're not so bothered about the armor resistance either. We've got increased explosive damage. If you really want to use the grenade launcher, you can do if you really want to. It ignores explosions, which when coming up against Black Tusk is very, very, very nice. Then we've got when armor is reduced to 0, it refills the mags. Using the pestilence is super cool. So there's just a few different ways you could do that, but if you don't want to run this because you just think there's no real advantage to some of this, I kind of like having the backup of having the demo launcher. It's very nice, but you can just take it off and just put gunner on. And the reason you could put gunner on, it obviously it's going to keep giving you ammo, which is going to fight against the directive, and it's just really nice. So to make your life even easier, you definitely could just go with gunner, and it's going to keep refilling your magazine 10% every 60 seconds. So you could kind of teleport in and just kind of stand and wait for a minute and get enough ammo to do the job and not have to mess around like I did at the beginning, which again leaves you open to changing your skills around again as well. So a couple of options there for you anyway. Pestilence, I'm just running the pestilence. Like I said, I think Plague of the Outcast isn't quite working on elites very well at the moment, but the bleed damage from the build and the damage from the mask does way enough to take care of them anyway. Secondary and offhand, use whatever you like. Vile mask here gives us a skill tier. Status effects, hazard protection, and protection from elites. Protection from elites is because we just want some extra protection. If you want to put headshot damage in here, you absolutely can. But status effects makes them bleed for longer, which is great for what we're trying to do because we just want to sit in cover and do nothing. Then obviously we get toxic delivery as well. So when we applied the bleed bullets to them, they also get the toxic delivery, which gives them more damage over time and eventually just bleeds and kills them out, which is great because I've got OCD, which is going to mark that as a V. Then the chest piece, which is a little bit harder to get, but you have other options since I built this. So you don't have to have a golem. You could get an electric here as well, and it will give you 10% status effects. Again, we're maximizing status effects because that will make them bleed for longer. Weapon damage on the top. Status effects, I don't really care about the second skill at all, but that could be headshot damage if you want it to be to maximize some gun damage. And then again, protection from elites or headshot damage in the bottom. I want to sit in cover and chill. So when we do get elites, I'm just basically protecting myself more, even more so. Ongoing directive backpack. So we get 15% status effects, reload speed, and then the rule of engagement, which gives us the bleeding bullets. It also refills our magazine, so it fights against pistolero for us as well, meaning that we will never run out of bullets. And also we get amplified weapon damage from the bleeding bullets as well if you're going to choose to hit a little bit longer, or perhaps not run this on challenging, run it on heroic. Same as we've done with all the other things so far: weapon damage, status effects, and protection from elites. And because we're running the backpack, it increases the duration of the bleed status effects by 50%. Again, adding to the status effect buff as well, making them bleed for longer, which, you know, they eventually all just bleed out just by you popping a few bullets into them anyway. Again, the OCD with the question mark is popping up. Gotta get rid of it. Gloves. We've got weapon damage and critical hit damage in here. Absolutely just by mistake, this should be status effects. This is because I've used the gloves on another build, so that's something to think about there. Quick switch over. On the knees, weapon damage and status effects, and you're going to find exactly the same on the holster, weapon damage and status effects. Essentially, that bleeds really powerful, and the longer they bleed for, you know, as long as you can bleed out an elite without any, you know, by sitting in cover, that's all that matters. Then I ran with the heal. We talked about this before, but you could run with whatever you want. You could run with another skill that distracts them or anything, but the heals is what you need. And then I put the Stinger Hive on because I need to be able to get a status effect on them once I've got some bullets in this gun, so that I can constantly reproc ongoing directive so that I never run out of bullets. It's a weird build, but it works absolutely superb. You can just sit back and absolutely chill, never run out of bullets. You can run pistolero. And like I said, this build absolutely works if you want to run it on heroic as well. If you want to run scavenge skills because you've got bullets, and once you've got them, it doesn't really matter. You can run all these things as well. You don't have to run gunner if you don't want to. You could run, like I said, you could run demo. You could run firewall and use the flame grenade to proc the ongoing directed bullets as well. A whole bunch of different ways of running it. But it's, like I said, it's a weird build. It's a super rainbow, but it's a super casual build that gets the job done. and you can couch and bed surf and get all your way to 100 while watching a movie or chatting to your friends without any real panic or any real rush to do anything. That's going to be it for the video. Please help me out and get this video to 300 likes. That would be amazing. Don't forget to subscribe as well. That would be ace. Comment down below, let me know what you think. And if you need a Division Discord server where everybody loves the Division and it's super friendly and you can get some help, check out the description and you'll find the link to my Discord. That is going to be it for the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.